A esconder pequeños pedazos de yeso en los bolsillos de mi ropa para comerlos cuando salía de casa. Mientras la gente masticaba chicle, yo estaba masticando mis deliciosas paredes de yeso. Años después, empecé a sentir dolores insoportables en el estómago. Cuando el médico vio mis exámenes, encontró una gran cantidad de yeso y concreto en mi intestino. No podía creerlo, porque mi caso era extremadamente raro y hacía que yo sintiera la necesidad de... Gregory, maybe take a mic and we will wait a couple of minutes when all the people join us.
Okay, 100%. Hello, everybody. We're waiting for more people to join. Before that, I'd love, yeah. From now on, I can see your reactions. I think that feels vibe. That feels magic. Phil is doing that magic to everybody. Yeah, everybody who loves Phil, like drop your hearts. Let's see how many people. Okay, Phil, can you count them? You love to count things. You're intelligent,
guys. 3 million, 6 million, 20 million. Wow, we're up to 1 billion already. Holy cow, look at that. See?
Okay.
Great.
You know what? Before the call, let's do what you do always before your live streams. Let's count the cities.
Oh, okay. Where are the comments though? Let me see. Oh, here it is.
Exactly.
All right, yeah, let's do quick shout outs. Tell us, could they actually they could type over there in the chat. All right, yeah, let's do it. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Cornelia, Georgia. Oh boy, this is fast already. Oh, wow. Lubbock, Fate, Texas, Belgium, Japan.
Belgium.
Wow, what the heck time is it in Japan? Port Washington, New York, Houston, Texas, Norway, Glasgow, Traverse City, Sydney,
Good.
Tuscaloosa, Norway, Buffalo. We could just do this. France, Germany, Fort Worth, Poland, Michigan. I know a girl.
What is Orange Country? What is Orange Country?
Orange Country could be California, could be Florida. Who knows? Houston,
County?
Texas,
Orange
another
County?
Japan. Oh, county. Orange County is California. Las Vegas, NASA. Okay, that's enough of that. Otherwise, we'd be here all night.
Okay, but I see 1.3K people. Okay. I think we can hit 1.4, or should we start?
Yeah, we can start. So, hey everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here. I want to start by saying something from the heart. We did it. Yes, we did it. Some of you have been with us since 2023. Some of you from the very beginning, when this was still an idea on paper. You believed first. You took the risk first. And I want you to know we remember every single one of you. 2025 was hard. I won't hide that. There were moments when it felt like everything was against us. The market was failing, liquidity was draining, the pressure was immense, but we didn't stop, and you didn't stop. And then 2026 came, and what happened over the last few months, this is a quantum leap. This is not just growth. This is a transition to an entirely different level. New funds, new partners, new markets, deals we couldn't have dreamed of a year ago. Tens of thousands of people from 2024, from 2025, and from 2026 look at what we were building and say, I'm with you, I believe. Tens of thousands of transactions, tens of thousands of hands reaching out in support. And today, I'm sitting in front of you and I can say, we reach our goals. Teki, done. Imba, done. Jiggle, done. And Atleta, it's done too. Every single fundraising target hit. This is your victory, guys. Those who were with us from the very start and those who joined recently. Every single one of you is a part of this story. Our engineering work nights, weekends, holidays, 7 day a week, but they didn't it because they know you were standing behind them. So, thank you, sincerely, deeply, from all of us. To those who have been here since 2024, special respect. You went through the hardest part and you deserve that comes next more than anyone. Now we are entering a new chapter. We are it's like we are transitioning from multiple fundraising rounds into one single gateway, ATQM, one ecosystem, one token, one path forward. Today, you will hear exactly what we are built, where we are going, and why this is the next phase is bigger than anything we were done before. Gregory, take a mic.
Thank you, Dima. That was a beautiful introduction. Before I start, I would love to ask our wonderful host, and I will ask everybody to shout out to beautiful Roman, who is with us under the host today to share the presentation. And let's dive a little bit into what happened with the products, what happened with each and one project that we have. Um, okay, thank you. So let's start with the first one. And the first one, of course, will be the Jiggle one. The best thing that happened and the thing that actually represents that we did our best and we succeeded. Jiggle is up and running. Jiggle is live on App Store and Play Market. That's the best news ever. On June 26th, we launched on App Store. On July 26th, we launched in Android market, in Play Market. Conversion to successful content generation, and that's not a joke, has reached 96%. Can you imagine that? 96% of all the people who ever registered in Jiggle app, they create some kind of content. And that's what for Jiggle was created. Our models, and let's say, for example, about image generation models, they compete with market leaders in blind tests right now. And the results are fascinating. The pipeline runs 2.5 times faster and 2.5 times cheaper than, for example, GPT 5.2. And that's unbelievable results of the blind tests. Unbelievable results. Over 90% of the feeds content is created by the users within the app. The platform generates its own content ecosystem with no external users and sources, and that's unbelievable. When we started Jiggle, we wanted to help everybody to be able to create beautiful content. There are millions of people who are willing to be heard, who are willing to be known, but they just don't know how to do content and how to work with the content. And Jiggle is there to help you become an influencers. And right now, 96% users of Jiggle, they are creating any type of content, and that's unbelievable. What's next for Jiggle users? Of course, very soon, and that's the soonest update, the web version will be ready to go. With the web version, you will have a lot of wonderful, unique features there as well. And besides that, that will replicate like full functionality of Jiggle app. So everybody who don't want to use an app to create the content and prefer your laptops or iMacs or whatever, you will be able to create your content online with the web version. Second big thing is subscription model for generations. Right now, everybody uses their free generations, as you know, and I really hope all of you have tested that and tried that out. And very soon, the subscription model for generations will be there. That's a huge milestone, and that's one of the most needed features because business needs to generate revenue. Of course, business needs to generate revenue for all of you, for all of us, and that's why this is, I think, one of the features that we're waiting for the most. Besides that, we will be aiding the creator analytics that will help us improve the user flow inside the app and make the content process even better for everybody. The process of creating the content. Of course, we will work on recommendation system. We will take all the best practices from all the social medias all over the world, and that's what we do. We will create the best one, of course. And what's even more important, because all of you started using Jiggle with, not all of you, but the major part of you started using Jiggle with Telegram bot. We are working right now on Telegram integration to track migration. So all of you will be able to use the tracks that you have created within the Telegram bots. You will be able to use those tracks within the app. That's unbelievable. That's really good. That's actually gorgeous, and we're really proud of our results. We're really proud that we achieved all the goals that were set when we started working on Jiggle. And that's it. We're here. We actually did it. We did it. We promised, and we're here. We did it. Moving next to blockchain sports arena. What about blockchain sports arena? The best thing, is that over 250 clubs, 253 if you want me to be exact, are already on the platform. Once again, guys, I want to remind you, on 28th, if I'm not mistaken, 28th of May, we launched the MVP version. Almost 2 weeks ago, there were 150 football clubs. Right now, there are 253 soccer clubs. That's unbelievable results, and that shows us that clubs really love the product. They want to work with their audience. They want to monetize their audience. All of you know about Arena, you know how it works. So that's it. The platform is up and running. Clubs are onboarding. User base is growing. We're here. Once again, we did it. What else should I say about Arena? Over 1,600 users are already in the platform. Over 70,000 completed tasks on the platform. That shows us that the users love the product as well. That's also great results. What have we added recently? And maybe not all of you have mentioned that and noticed that we have integrated the converter from Arena points to Atla. Actually, this is the most important model that allows us and allows the users to monetize, like to monetize that their tasks, completed tasks, their deeds, their actions to Atla tokens. That's the huge milestone for the whole Atla like network for everybody. That's really gorgeous. What else? We are working right now, and actually right at the edge of implementing two more types of tasks. We're implementing actions and create. So besides sharing and just watching, you will be able to create your content as well. And Arena is preparing right now to add more team sports to the platform. Of course, I'll give you a couple of hints. We're working on drift. We're working on basketball. We're working on baseball and American football. So, because we understand that major part of our audience are from the United States, and of course, we need these kind of sports in the arena. So we're working on them, and they will be ready really soon. Rewards engine concepts also finalized. It's kind of like the system for distributing advertiser budgets. That's actually the core idea of transferring the funds from the advertisers to the users of the platform and monetizing your actions even more. And we have finalized that model as well. That will allow us to enter the B2B market and start taking orders and start working with huge advertisers. And as all of you know, there are like biggest companies in the world. They wish to work with a sports audience. And I'm speaking about Rolex, Pepsi, and etc. etc. All of these companies are advertising themselves to the sports audience on the major sports events. You've seen that millions of times. And we are targeting for working with them. We have covered 6 continents actually, but still we're working underway with clubs in Georgia, in Japan, in Brazil, in Germany, in Bulgaria, and that's a lot. 2 Brazilian clubs are already onboarded, and that's also great. That shows that we are spreading worldwide. And that's it. Once again, we did it. What is waiting for all of us? Of course, our next target is mobile app launch and multi-sports. We already talked about that a little bit, but mobile version is our next goal. Um, Besides that, we are expanding and targeting to new geographics. 6 continents are great, but we want the whole world. The whole world is not enough for us. So that's, long story short, quick about blockchain sports arena, and let's move on. Let's move on a little bit. And what's next? Next, of course, is Prove Up, right? Um, I really hope you read those announcements. I really hope you've seen that. Those of you who actually tried our beautiful, wonderful Minsk experience, those of you who were here, you've seen this app, how it works. It's not public yet, it's in test mode. But I bet those of you who were here, you can express your feelings about this app and share your feedback and your thoughts about what you have seen. Once again, long story short, what is it to those of you who don't know? Prove Up is the mobile app with implemented computer vision to motivate young kids to do some sports, some activities outside, to do some training, basic trainings, professional trainings. As you can see on your screens, we got a huge, diverse type of sports. We got the soccer, of course. Besides that, we already got the basketball and American football. So how it works in the formats of Duolingo, in completing everyday tasks, in challenging with your friends, we are motivating young kids not to push their phones away, because all of us understand that that's impossible to make your kids give you their phone. They want to spend there all the time. But instead of playing different stupid games and spending some time in some social media seeing inappropriate content, we better give them the Gamify, really beautiful, gorgeous app. It's all shiny, sparkling, with a lot of Gamify mechanics, with a lot of rewards, with a lot of everything inside. And kids would love that. We'd rather give them this app that will actually drive them and motivate them and engage them into sports. So in simple words, how it works, the only thing that's needed is the mobile phone. Kids just put it on the ground, they turn on the camera inside the app and do some exercises. Computer vision count reps, evaluates technique in real time. All the results cannot be faked. We did a lot of testings with people who are coming to Minsk, and it's not faking. What else? Besides that, there is an integrated AI trainer, AI coach. That's also really interesting feature and interesting part. Kids would be able to just talk to it and using only their voice, find out a lot about trainings, how to do exercises properly, how to use the app, how can they lose fat. So this AI is working like full-time job coach. It can give you advices on your nutrition diet, it can give you advices on your exercises, on your sports program, on literally everything. Speaking a little about the techniques, how it works, we got 6 integrated computer vision models inside the app. It's really important to understand. It doesn't mean that we have invented the new type of camera. No, we are a huge IT holding. We have created the software that allows to use mobile phone camera on any type of mobile to do what we want to do, to count those reps, to analyze what's going on in the camera. And we did it. 6 models, vision models, have been integrated into the app. Right now, we're working on exercise quality and performance evaluation because there are a lot of different mechanics inside, and of course, kids love diversity, and they would love to have a lot of different types of trainings and competitions. So we are working on that right now. What's fascinating the most is that we have spent less than 6 months from the ideation to actually working concept. Once again, it's not just a slide of the presentation. You can ask those who were in Minsk about that, and they will tell you that like we actually showed them the app itself on the phone, and it's already working. Less than 6 months, guys. Usually, huge companies are spending over a year just to create the working concept. We did it in 5 months. That's what ADEM Global does. So, what's there next? We're planning the release on late August or maximum early September. And that's really cool. In October, we are having an interactive booth at one huge exhibition that we will be speaking about a bit later. On March 2027, we will be speaking from the stage at United States Youth Sports Forum. That's huge. So at first time ever, Prove Up will be on the stage inside the United States, explaining the huge opportunities that are there for everybody. And in the second half of 2027, we'll be launching Prove Up Pro Launch. That will be the scouting platform built on real training data. That's the huge topic, and I really think that we don't need to spend, I don't know, half an hour of me explaining you how the scouting business works and why are we replacing this type of jobs and why this big data will be huge for all the sports organizations. And maybe someday we'll be having the separate Zoom about the Prove Up, and I will disclose all the questions about the Prove Up and explain you how it works. But trust me, we are not targeting to monetize kids. We're targeting to monetize the big players. And that will allow us to give the best product for kids, like free. We will be giving this for everybody free and monetize that and make huge business with the biggest companies in the world. So that's about the Prove Up. What's next, Roman? Should we switch the slides? So next is Techie. So what's with Techie? We have built the full cycle working product already. User communicates with AI in the chat and receives finished content without any complex formats or editors or anything like that. That's a working product already. You can go and check it out. 4 different content types and 36 ready-made scenarios supported right now. You can do images, you can do, I don't know, reading cards, announcements, videos, literally everything that you ever may need. What else did we do? We integrated the user photo and generative video implemented also, and users can create the content from their own photos, animate photos of peoples and pets, and generate videos just from the description. Actually, this is like how we call that, like 360 solution for everybody. You can do any type of work with the content within one platform, just talking to the chat. It's that easy now. It's that easy to become the professional content creator. So, what will be happening next? Next,
Gregory, sorry that I interrupt you. I saw a lot of messages in our chat that people can't join Boostify platform right now. And I want to say that right now is updating on our platform, and it will be able to join in 1 hour. We will explain you in this Zoom call about this updating, and you will see the result. But don't worry about that. You can join right now to Boostify. In 1 hour, it will be able to work on that. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Thank you. That was really important. So, uh, just the next stage, just the next step. We just need to drop the MVP, and MVP release is coming soon. That means like the full public launch within a week. Starts of external user acquisition. You will be able to try that out by yourselves. You will be able to share that with your friends, with your family, with literally everybody, and help it grow, because that's why we're here. We all want techie and our techie to grow. Also, we will be working on improving video generation stability. That's also important for the quality of the content. We will be expanding the scenario library based on real user requests and most demanded formats. That's important that we will start doing that after the public launch, because once again, that's also what we did with Jiggle. Because we are the creators of the product, we have, like, let's say, the blind eye on that already, and we need the real user feedback to understand in which direction should we improve the platform from the real users who will be creating the content and just working in the same scenario that everybody. That's why we will be waiting for the real-time feedback, and why not? I'm inviting you as soon as the product and the platform will be dropped. I invite you to be the first users, and feel free to give us any type of feedback. That's really important and appreciated, and we really need it to make the product the best on the market. And that's it. That's it about Techie. Let's move on. And what's next? Roman? Yeah. Next is Imba platform. What happened? We have now the artist production pipeline. Not only the artist's interest pipeline, but the artist production pipeline already. The platform replaces the producer, the editor, the designer, the social media marketing specialists, and distributor as well, for just creating the content. Like the entire label team, like a couple of dozens of people who will be working on an artist, it's all just in one app. Everything is just in one app. The business model was like completely remanaged. An artist comes in like with the material at any type, any stage, from a finished track to just a voice memo, and the platform takes it to a finished product completely for free. The decision on further developments is made by live community based on their reaction, and not by the editor. In exchange for free production, the artist brings their audience into Jiggle app. And this is the ecosystem growth model. We've been speaking a lot about that. All the projects are working in one ecosystem. And since we have launched the Imba platform, we really wanted to show you how it works. And this is it. We will be giving this unbelievably useful and really needed product for all the artists. We'll be giving that for free. But in exchange, Jiggle will be getting more and more and more audience. Full like business requirements package completed, and our target, as all of you know, is 1 million monthly active users. That's it. Once again, 1 million monthly active users. That's where we targeting at. What will be happening next? Next, we will start the web and the mobile development. It would be huge update, because all the artists will be able to start using the product and actually like the label without anybody even from our side, they will be able to use the platform just by themselves. And that will allow us to onboard as many artists as possible because guys, we're human beings as well, and like we will need or grow like I don't know 10 times in terms of employees, or give an opportunity to be onboarded by themselves and work by themselves. And we chose like the second path because that's like optimization of the workflow, and that's really cool. What to say? Let's move next. All of you were talking about that, or all of you were asking a lot of questions about, of course, Imba label, um, music label, building a proprietary artist's catalog and distribution, like end-to-end distribution infrastructure. Um, 51 artists already signed. The first, like the first wave of releases has been delivered already to major streaming platforms, and that's unbelievable. We're speaking about Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. All of you know those platforms. 51 artists have been signed, and like the major part of them, the first wave of the releases already went to this platform, and what's more important, passed the moderation. Um, Once again, guys, we did it. We promised that our artists will be on the major platform. Do you remember when we have promised that? Like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, maybe even less. And it's it. The first artists of Imba label are already playing in the earbuds of many people on the major streaming platforms. Artist contracts are ready for both the United States and the European Union jurisdictions. The full cycle production pipeline is operational in-house. The project from raw materials to mastered tracks, visual contents, and of course, distribution. A content strategy is running alongside the releases, artist interviews, promotional materials, and social media packaging. All of that is synchronized with the releases. That's how marketing for artists work, and that's what we have built and automated inside our beautiful project. Behind this stands a like complete operational machine. All the legal framework, studio recordings, mixing and production, I don't know, sourcing contractors across all the countries in the world, content filming, release distribution, artists communication, etc., etc., etc. Even advertising campaign planning. That's all was done to actually make it happen. And of course, this is not like the final milestone. It is the label's current operating state, and infrastructure, all the infrastructure continues to sail. Our goal was to build the system, build the machine that will work and will distribute music to the major platforms. We did it. Now, the time just to scale. So, what will be happening with Imba label on the next stage? The next stage is dedicated to digitization of digitization. Yeah, I hope I said it right. Digitization of every core workflow and its preparation for integration into the platform. We really want to make all of it like with help of the best technologies that are there in the world, and we are working on that right now. And we want to do that with all the processes, starting from the artist onboarding and content production to release management, etc., etc. In parallel, what are we doing in parallel? In parallel, we're working on the roster expansion, of course, the exclusive catalog acquisitions, because that's how platforms and labels make like the biggest money ever. If they have anything exclusive, that's like that's the cash flow for life, and we are working on that as well. Also, the next stage will be working on the cross artist collaboration. We really want to start exchanging the audience between the artists inside the label, and actually the artists from the label with some external artists to onboard and engage and invite even more audience to the project and to the platform. And we are working really hard with influencer partnerships. That's also important because there should be a lot of people who will be speaking about what we have. Yeah, and I think that's it about Imba. That's enough. Let's move next. And what are we talking about next? Oh, animated films. Okay, that is huge. So, what do we have right now? We have 3 films right now in the project, in the process of production. Three animated films. We have, of course, The House Spirits. Everybody knows that, and that's already at the stage of final production. It's like almost finalized, to be honest, and we are preparing already for the release in cinemas. That is what's happening with House Spirits. Marsh Legends is in work right now, and the movie that was revealed not that long ago, but we have started on working on Jiggle movie. We really think that with that will drive like millions and millions and millions of people hear about Jiggle, use Jiggle, work with Jiggle. And once again, that's like one of the best examples of how ecosystem works together and helps all the projects work with themselves. Okay, let's move on.
Just real quick, Greg, to add something. If you guys haven't seen that Jiggle movie trailer yet, it's absolutely awesome, and it's going to be a really, really good production. It has a really good concept. It has a really good theme. It has a really good plot. The animation is second to none. That's going to be an amazing, amazing production for us. So I'm super excited to see the final product of that. I saw the 2 or 3 minute trailer. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you should definitely.
Yeah, thank you for that. I actually knew that part. Thank you. Yeah, everybody just go and watch. So let's speak a little bit and quickly about a couple more projects. And the next one is Niarbis. That's really interesting projects, and that requires a lot of hardware development as well, the software development as well. But what we have created? We have created the mobile robotic platform for patients, verticalization, and movement. So, in simple words, like I like to call them AI walkers, to be honest. That makes it way more simple. So, we already created the full cycle mobile platform. We already tested that and integrated already the POC prototypes. Actually, that's huge. The proprietary lifting mechanism designed from scratch. We did it from the very beginning, designed from scratch, and it is based on testing results. 3 prototypes finalized for validation, and we're working on that a lot for mechanics, electronics, and embedded software validation as well, because that's really important to make it up and running. The proprietary Machinam-Ville control board designed and tested already. That's okay. When Phil saw that, he named it the crab walk, and actually that's the good representation of how it looks like. But this platform can move in any type of direction, like diagonal, 360, whatever, any type you like. It can go that way. Also, we have completed the smart handles, and that was a huge type, because actually that's the thing that will be working with the elder people the most. we got done the structural design and embedded sensors because it's important to see all the metrics, see the heart rate, the blood pressure, anything, with help of a lot of sensors inside inside the handles. That will allow us to see and collect all the metrics that is needed for everybody who are taking care of this exact elder human being and know what is happening with them in real time. Real time. So finalizing all mechanical components fabricated already and body shells printed already and created already. And this will be huge. That is it. That's already there. What will be happening with Nearis projects? We will, once again, it's already integrated, but we need to complete it like 100%, the POC prototype. In September or October, we will be working on biometric signal board. That's also important. Then we'll start working on indoor orientation model. Okay, to be honest with you, we're already working on that, but we're targeting that will be completed. We are teaching these AI walkers to understand the area that it's working with, understand all the rooms, all the hallways, everything, and actually be able to walk like by itself. It has a lot of different sensors, lidars, a lot of different stuff. But we understand that elder people usually don't live with like a bunch of people. Usually they live alone. So it's really important for them to have this like really needed solution, really needed tool to become their friends and actually help them to walk in the area they live at. And of course, we need to patient that because we want to keep this technology only for ourselves. And yeah, thank you, Kristen. This is truly incredible. And the final stage that will happen at the end of the year, or like at the very beginning of the next year, we'll be having the full integration and TRL-free pilots at strategic partner site. That will actually help this thing to go live. That's it about Nearis. I think once again we will be diving into that separately.
Greg, can I just speak on Nearis real quick, if you don't mind?
Of course, you can do, my friend. Of course.
I had the pleasure. I'm actually in Minsk right now. I don't know how many of you know that, but I had the pleasure of touring the XR Lab area where Nearis is actually being assembled, and I still have family members that have been in the healthcare industry for a very long time, and I'm familiar with this type of thing. My grandparents were elderly, obviously, right before they died, and they could have used these devices. And I can tell you guys right now, from what I've seen, not only from the production that's already been done on the actual devices, but also the AI aspect of these devices, this is going to be a complete game changer in the healthcare industry. So a lot of people are asking in the chat, how do we get involved at this? How do we do something to be a part of Nearis? And we haven't done anything yet. Obviously, there's no tokens with Nearis. There's nothing like that. But one thing to remember is the ATQM token that we currently have out is a ownership share, is a equity position in the entire company that owns all of these projects. So keep that in mind as we go forward. And that's one of the reasons why we're going through all of the projects before we get to some of the other stuff that we're going to talk about at the end. Nearis is one of them. Neurodesign that you're going to see is next. Jiggle, Techie, IMBA, all of the things that we talked about before, that ETQM token covers all of that. So you could be a part of these companies, not each individual one per se, but with the ATQM token, you could be part of all of them. So keep that in mind. And that just addresses some of the comments that I've seen over here in the chat. And we'll talk more about that as we go along. But for now, this particular project, I think, is going to just revolutionize absolutely everything. So you guys should be really happy that you're here and that you're in this stage of it, in this early entry phase of it, because this is really going to change everything. Sorry, Greg, go ahead.
No, you. I always love listening to you. So open the mic anytime, please. So let's move on and speak about the next one that is actually not public, and but everybody knows about that, and everybody are asking millions of questions about that. And of course, that is neurodesign. Once again, that used to be like the specialized product that we're working one-to-one with the hugest developers. And for those of you who don't know, we have built like, I don't know, a bunch of skyscrapers in United Arab Emirates. Actually, with neurodesign, you can go and see them like physically. But everybody were asking how we can integrate with that, how we can work with that, and that would be the huge part of ADEM Global, huge part of ADEM Global as well. And so everybody were asking millions of questions, and here it is, neurodesign. We have built an AI platform for architectural design that actually allows everybody to go through concept to construction documentation and building actual digital twins. We already have developed the platform concept across 6 different stages. We have developed the platform in concept, BIM models, engineering systems, building code compliance, that's important, building construction documentation. Actually, that is the part that is taking the most time in real life. And after that, digital twins. Technical specialization prepared for the first MVP. The interface prototype is already created and the documentation handed off to development team already. So long story short, we will have this live really soon. The next stage target is the MVP development. We really want it to be the easy to go. So we want to make like the user flow, as you can see, like the client brief, the floor plan generation, the adjustments, 3D building volume, once again the adjustments, the interiors, and then the BIM. So that will work that easy. Once again, we'll dive into that deeply, or maybe one of the next Zoom calls, because this is the huge technology and everybody wants to understand how it works and what's there. But the MVP is actually the platform that will work for everybody and will allow everybody to save hundreds of thousands of dollars on constructing any types of buildings. That's it. Okay. Let's move next. I see your questions, Betty, but like I've already been speaking for 50 minutes and we need to hurry up a little bit. So let's focus on almost the last one, the biometric suit. Maybe some of you heard about that, maybe some of you didn't, but that's also the part of ADEM Global. That's also the part of ATQM. So what is it? This is the wearable biometric suit for motion capture, electrotomography, and physiological monitoring. That thing is fabricated already, and we have all the required sensor data sets done. Those of you who were in Minsk, you've seen that in our wonderful laboratory. You've talked to people who actually created that and have been working on that for a really long time. I really think we got Dmitry on the call and he would be happy to dedicate like the, 16-hour Zoom call to dive into all the details about the biometric suits. I won't do that, but what will be happening next? We really working hard on making live the electronic board. We want to fabricate it and test it. Also, we're working on signal registration and processing models. We got 16 channels inside that thing. Why that much? Because we really need to capture all the metrics from the people. In simple words, how it will work. It will help to analyze the behavior of every single muscle inside the human body. That will help, for example, the medicals to help people recover that to their body, to help people train, to help people analyze like every single movement of that thing. So that's really important. Biometric suit will be the huge part of ADEM Global. This is unique technology. Working with biometric suit, we are targeting once again with working with the like huge players and a lot of governments and institutional companies would love to have those to train their, policemen or firemen because it's really important to take care of their health. It's really important to yeah, of course, Doc. That would also work well with golfers. That's why we're creating this product. We really want to help golfers, right, Phil? So let's move on. Let's move on. Roman, what do we have next?
Well, next we have a TQM, and that's a dedicated presentation, which I'll pull up in just a moment.
Okay, but let's make it let's make it quicker, because we're already an hour on this.
Yeah, but we no need to rush. We need to announce everything that we was planning before. It's if it's 1.5 hour, it will 1.5.
100%. I just don't want
Yeah.
everybody to fall asleep.
Yeah. Let's follow plan.
Okay, so
This is an important point.
ATQM. Everybody, we're hearing about that a lot. Everybody knows like a lot about quantum threats, about everything related to quantum, and thank you, Phil, for that. And we have started working on quantum technologies, and we have something to be proud of already. And the first thing first, of course, is our blockchain. We have built the quantum defended blockchain. And why so? Because it's already set. It's already happening. The deadlines are set. The regulators have already fixed the dates, and actually they have updated the 2030, the date of like the final quantum day. So we started working on that technology and pushed a lot of effort into that. And right now, the blockchain, the network, is already live. It's it. Once again, we did it. I will never be tired of saying that, but we did it. It's already in the test mode. Why is it in the test mode? Because we really need a lot of independent security companies to review the codes, and after that, of course, will happen the full launch of the platform. Based on this blockchain, we have 4 product portfolio. 3 of the products are selling to a lot of different companies because we want to help a lot of people, of course. But yeah, of course, I see Roman's clicking. So let's dive into why this is happening, right? So how it works right now. The blockchains that are there already, the blockchain actually, like every blockchain, they publish the clue to your private key itself. So you send any transaction just once, and the network publish a mathematical clue about your secret key that actually is protecting and keeping all your funds safe. They publish this mathematical clue, and nobody were thinking about that. But what is happening next? So why is quantum that huge and that scary? Because as soon as there will be powerful enough computer, it will be able to turn this clue into the key itself. So your private key is the part of your public key. So when there will be a powerful enough computer, you won't be safe anymore. Never. Because that will be possible to unlock every single penny on your wallet. And the transfer will look normal to the blockchain itself. Can you imagine that? So if somebody is holding your key, they just sign the payment, and that's it. They just sign the payment, and the transaction is looking perfectly valid for the platform. So just think about those numbers. 30%, actually a bit more, but 30% of all the Bitcoins today, they sit at the addresses that have already published that clue. 30% of Bitcoins can be stolen as soon as there will be enough powerful computer. And every transaction ever sent adds to the pile. So it makes it even easier. That is unbelievably scary, to be honest, to, I think, everybody. And the upgrade protects new wallets, of course, while everything the network has already made public, it stays public. So if you got the wallet that you have registered today or tomorrow or 3 days ago, it's not safe. As soon as there will be an update on the blockchain that will say like, hey, we are now defending you from the quantum threat, good. But what with all the people who already been there, who already published their keys? They are not safe at all. So, moving on. What will be happening to them? You don't need just to believe that. It's not our thoughts, it's not our predictions or anything like that. United States federal standards will no longer accept this technology by 2030. No longer at all. And in 2035, it will be just banned. Systems still using it, they will just fall out of the compliance. We're already working on the system that will be allowed, but all the systems that are there right now, they will be just banned. That's unbelievably scary, to be honest, because we're not speaking only about crypto. A lot of people are working on the blockchain technology. A lot of data is stored on the blockchain technology. And that is scary. You know why? Because it requires only about 8% of computing power that exists already. So, 8% of the needed power is there already. 96 units out of 1,200 are already there. And the number is growing every single day. You can check it out. You can Google it. You can ChatGPT it. Or what even better, you can ask Phil about that. He's like always love responding to your messages and emails. But this is it. This is the reality. And
Greg, on the Qlosophy app that we have out right now, we have an active counter and tracker on exactly that. On any single article that comes out, we peruse the internet, we put them all together, we put them right on the app, we let you read them, and we actually keep a tracker of how close this quantum threat is getting, and not only by percentages, like Greg just said, but also by dates. You know, Google will come out and say a date, Microsoft will come out and say a date, and these dates just keep getting closer and closer and closer and closer. Everybody thought this was decades out, and in reality, even now Trump and the Trump administration and other governments worldwide as well are making extreme moves to prepare for exactly what we have on the screen right now. So it's not just hypothetical anymore. It's very, very real. And if you want to keep updated on how close it's getting, go to qlosophy.com, sign up an account. It's completely free. We have a lot of really good information on there, really good tech on there. And we're also coming out with a Qlosophy app very, very soon. So it won't just be a browser version. It'll also be in the App Store. So that's coming soon. I just learned that this past week while I was here, actually. So we're working on that, but the Qlosophy app is really the place to go to keep an eye on all this. So,
once again, I'm always happy to listen to you. Please talk a bit more. You know what? Even more scary, according to what Phil just said. It's getting closer and closer, not just because the days go by. No, it's getting closer and closer and closer because the system, the requirements to build one part of this power needed is getting cheaper every single day. Every single day, starting from 2019. It went 20 times cheaper. So every new part makes the target cheaper. So what it means that we are getting closer to the date, and the date is getting closer to us. So for now, you see the dates on your screen right now. You see the dates, but it can become even sooner. it can happen even sooner. But what do we have to say to that? Let's see what we have. And speaking about what we have 4 doors to replace. That's what we need to work on. The first thing, of course, is wallets and approvals, because everybody are keeping, and actually, like, that's the part that works with the user himself. So all the companies like we, ATQM, we need to update your part. So we actually need to change like the whole idea of what wallet is, because that's, and actually not just us, everybody, all the exchanges need to follow that advices and do like the same things. The second thing is how the network agrees, because all the transactions need to be approved. And so if we will work only on the wallets and approvals, but also we need to work, and everybody needs to work on how the network agrees. We need to rebuild it on the live chain, and actually it's changing. We are changing the engine while it's driving. So all the blockchains right now, they are like stable. It's super secure for now, for today, but they are stable. So once it hacked, everything is hacked. So the core idea of working with quantum defended blockchain is to create and make it live. So make like the live chain that will be changing every single minute. That will defend you as well. The third thing is a complicated thing. The third thing is how computers actually talk, because all the hackers are working with any type of computing languages. Some of you who are related to programming, they know like C++ or Java or anything like that. But we need to change that, and everybody needs to change that. And of course, the most important thing is permanent record, because the worst thing about this clue of your private key is that it's permanent. It will never be gone, ever. That's the best thing about blockchain. That's why everybody loved Bitcoin, because like everybody were speaking about, nothing can be lost in blockchain. Blockchain stores information forever. Yeah, but since you find the clues to your private keys are there forever as well. And they will never be gone. So for now, for today, no blockchain has completed a full post-quantum transition yet. None of them, even Ethereum Foundation. They target to achieve that by 2029. And they are speaking only about the core work. And of course, that will require a huge part. So everybody will need to move and switch to the new type of the wallets. But yeah, it's hard. And even Ethereum is planning that to happen by 2029. For now, no blockchain has completed a full post-quantum transition yet. None of them. So let's move on. What about the protection? We've spoken about that a little bit on the previous slides, but if we will dive into like a little bit of details. So the language of the apps are written in existing contracts right now. That's what we need to work on as well. The way fees works also, that's what we need to work on hardly. And the developers' usual tools, because we want our developers and external developers as well, who will be willing to help us. We want them to have beautiful tools and wonderful like user experience, and actually make it pleasant for them to help us. But we're not speaking only about plans. We're not speaking only about future. We have done the significant part of work as well. What we have replaced, what we have done already. So the signature on every payment is done. We have protected you from a wallet's first transaction. So from every single transaction, your signature is completely safe. We did it. We built it. ATQM has done that. How network agrees, also done. Every confirmation is final and settled. What it means that network will never allow any fake transaction, any fake wallets, any hacker. The network itself won't allow anybody to do anything with your funds. And how computer talks already done. The layer, actually, that's the layer that other projects have like left untouched. That's the bad thing. If you remember what we were speaking on the previous slides, you would be able to understand that we have done already 3 out of 4 needed things to be done to be quantum defended. So we built that already. Back again, please. We built that already for the future. So we are thinking, and we know actually what are the requirements of United States federal and what are United States federal standards. And we are building this ATQM blockchain specifically for their standards. So when there will be the time by 2030, or maybe even earlier, when there will happen the time when this will be like restricted, we're ready to be the ones who would be approved. That's the best thing that could happen to ATQM. What you as the holders need to do, actually nothing. Actually nothing, because protection is already in place from the first block. So once again, if you remember, even if any of the existing blockchains will work on their weaknesses, will implement some new features, even they will work on defending anybody from quantum threat, they will defend only the new users, and they can never change anything for the old ones. We have built a system that will allow all the users to be protected, starting from the first single day. So, moving next. We have to say that it already runs almost 400,000 batches of transaction, and they are like visible, have been, is there. 610 transaction has been done on the blockchain, and actually you can check all the metrics in 2 minutes, in 2 seconds. We have over 100 addresses already there. It requires less than a second to confirm and get the final confirmation. I think the major part of you were transferring a lot of funds, and like it actually pisses off a lot when it requires 15 minutes to wait until the blockchain will approve your transaction. On ATQM blockchain, it takes less than a second. What about the current testnet value? It's less than 10 seconds, something around that. The first confirmation is needed, and don't need to wait for the depth. All the numbers that you can see on the screen were measured on 9th of August. They were measured actually today. So what are we working on right now? Let's move next. So 4 products, and the blockchain is only one of them. We've been pushing a lot of effort to explain about the blockchain itself, about how it works. But what do we have now? For now, we have the network itself. For now, we have and working on the toolkits for other companies It will be released after the review. It actually built already. It will allow all the external companies to use our technologies. That will expand our network, our client base, everything. That will expand us significantly. So the document certification, it's already there. The document states with the client. It's important that you are having all the documents. It's really important for all our partners, for all our clients, and for you as users as well. What are we working on right now? We're working on wallet and digital ID. We really want to keep the phones secure. We really want to make it happen for everybody. 3 of the 4 cells are already done. 3 out of 4. We are almost there, guys. We are almost there. Okay, let's move on. I really want to disclose what is waiting for everybody there. So there are 3 things that is there right now that I want you to remember. The deadline is already set, and it's getting closer every single day, every single days. So, even just one transaction publishes the part and the clue for your private key on chain, and then all the hackers can find it. And as soon as there will be a strong enough and powerful enough computer, you were hacked. Congratulations. To solve that, the blockchains needs to work on their security mechanisms. There are 4 parts that needs to be done. Ethereum is planning to do that by 2029. We did 3 out of 4 already. And this is up and running. So that's all about ATQM for today. I really hope nobody got sleep. I would love to ask actually Dmitry and Eugene to jump on the stage and explain everything, how it works in terms of the ecosystem.
Thank you, Gregory. That was an interesting overview of our products and projects that the company has created so far, and I'm looking forward to explain how this entire company is structured right now. And Roman is providing us with some slides so that we can have a look at it. And hopefully I'll be able to provide some clarity. So currently we have established what's called Atom Venture Holding Incorporated, a company registered in Delaware that becomes a 100% shareholder in all the projects that are rolling out in USA that are part of the Atom structure. So that includes Jiggle, Arteki, Nearis, Neurodesign, Blockchain, Sports, sub-projects, which would be the boxes below. Above this structure, the Atom Venture Holdings, we've already established a fully licensed investment fund. And the investment fund is not just a simple structure, it's multiple funds catering to different situations and circumstances of each investor or each group of investors that we anticipate. So some feeder funds are created for tax exempts, and there were a lot of questions about how taxes work with this or that. So there you have it. If you are tax exempt already, we have something that is compliant and something that will help you stay compliant and still exempt. Now, for qualified investors, there's a separate feeder fund that allows us to accept almost unlimited number of investors, which is also important going forward because we were seeing our fund as an evergreen fund, meaning it continues investing in assets, it continues letting investors in and out. So over time, we will be explaining and holding workshops on how this would work. And the main fund generally collects all the money in the main fund and then passes it on to Atom Venture Holdings Incorporated. And so the Atom Venture Holdings is the asset management, and it distributes the cash between different assets according to their size. So it's not like equal amount to each one. It's the proportion according to the size of the project. Like Jiggle is a huge project right now. It's growing very fast. It's on its track to how we see this to capture the world, capture the audience in large numbers. So, yeah, it obviously requires a lot more capital than Nearis that, for example, is looking forward to do human trials soon and then get approved by the FDA. So the cash burn is a lot less, so as you can imagine. And also, Atom Quantum Incorporated sits on the side. It through ATQMQ, that I will cover later. It is also an investor into Atom Venture Holdings. It's a different type of investments that is that the Atom Quantum is accepting, and a different flow, slightly different flow to a regulated fund. So. Or licensed fund, I would say, is unregulated. The entire structure is 100% compliant with the SEC. I saw a lot of questions, and we will be doing some Q&As later. We've collected some of the most frequent questions about filings, about compliance, and this and that. So all that boring part will come at the end, and I'll cover that in more detail. And as Gregory said, I'm willing to run up to a 16-hour, if that need be, workshop. I want all the questions to be answered on what regarding the structures, regarding the movement of investments, regarding how to prepare for tax reporting, and all these little things. I'm not a tax advisor, though. Don't hold me responsible for that. I can give you just enough so you can take that as a good set of questions to your personal tax advisor, and they'll be able either to confirm or help you to file certain forms. They'll tell you what the names of those forms are, so you stay compliant, and so you don't end up paying too much tax or not knowing that there was a tax event at some point and eventually being slapped a fine. So we don't want that. We want everybody to be clean and free from any issues. So that's the structure. We'll move forward to the next block, and the next block will explain. So Roman, can we go to the next slide? The next block will explain how we see Atom Quantum growing its value, how the fund will grow its value, and how the investments will progress over time, like how it will grow.
Yeah. So allow me to step in here for a little bit. Yeah. In this presentation, we've got for you, Dimitri, only this slide, and for the ATQM. I believe that would be easier to do without a slide. But before we continue, before we go into the ATQM path, let's actually discover a little bit more regarding what else it just became a part of Atom in total. The three new directions that got revealed. Would that be a good time?
Oh yes, absolutely. So I think Eugene.
Yeah.
If you're ready.
So, hi everyone. I really do hope you're not asleep at this point, because I mean the amount of information you have to process is pretty crazy. But that's why you're part of this whole community, because you are able to process a lot of stuff. I know we've been on a long road, and it does take time to explain everything that we're trying to explain here. So, this is. I want to say like a new venture that we're doing, because we're already doing a lot of things, and a lot of these things do take considerable effort on our part, considerable input from the team that we've built around, and considerable input from you guys that have been supporting us all over these years. But what we're seeing as an opportunity, we cannot pass on. So it's a simple business premise. It's a business expertise, or call it whatever you want. It's something that you see where there is a something that you can make several bucks, or where $1 is being made. We're definitely there. So what we're looking for and what we're going into with a really big push into the US market are fundamental industry verticals as a standard economic verticals in a sense of any particular country, specifically the US. And the big moves that we're making on agricultural sector, a medical sector, and a mobile publishing, in a sense of it being gaming, utility applications, whatever. So the big thing that we're doing with the agro stream, and we did explain to you that we are employing AI in order to calculate the better use of the land that the landowners on this call will know about it, because we've discussed this for several of you. But what we're trying to do, and what we will achieve in doing, and what has been already confirmed in the meetings that we had over the past week, is the fact that the landowners that have been owning land over generations talk to us about the technology that we bring, and they're saying literally a simple premise: the $1 that we're making right now, without modernizing our equipment, without really not going beyond in terms of replacing the methods of farming that we've been doing before, with what you are proposing to us, we can be making 3, 4, 5, up to $6 more. And this is not like an exaggeration. These are confirmed lab results. These are confirmed things that have been tried and tested on ground, specifically with the big push in the US with the agricultural sector and rejuvenating farming, which I'm sure many of you have heard about. We have a really cool technology that has already been, well, it's not something that we have to develop. We're already deploying it. First of all, where farmers can lock in much more carbon, as you all know about the carbon credit system, are locking in much more carbon within ground and within other byproducts that they're producing with what we're giving them as instructions, or what we're giving them as equipment, what we're giving them as developments that we have done. So making money on that and preserving the ground and making the ground available for different crops. That means, not releasing that carbon and kind of increasing the longevity of the carbon credit market for themselves. We're creating an international platform that allows US farmers and US producers of carbon, if you will. I mean, I say producers of carbon, but let's keep it simple at this point, to trade that, to offset carbon offsets in other countries. This has not been done yet. There are companies in the world that try and do several parts of what we are proposing right now, but we are moving to fundamental stuff. We are moving to things that you can actually go in the US, you go to a field and you will see the factories that we are proposing, that we have the technology for building, that we will be producing those byproducts. We also have done extensive research and confirmed it with the guys that we've been talking about, is that what we are proposing in terms of industrial hemp, and I know some of you haven't heard about it, but some of you have, it has been already legalized in 50 states. There are permitted, like licensed vendors of that industrial hemp seed in those 50 states. That is an industry that is ripe for the taking. Right now, it's only 119 billion. Our total addressable market for the product we are proposing, with the mechanics that we are proposing, and the laboratory developments, R&D sector that we have already set up here, 4.5 trillion in addressable market. We know what the farmers need to farm. We know how to tell them in order to reproduce what they're doing with the industrial hemp, and we know how to sell the byproducts. This is a life and death situation for these guys. And we know exactly how to make each of these landowners continue the heritage, continue to provide for the children, continue to provide for the families, and grow on their pedigree and what they've been doing all these years. They don't need to change a thing. It's just just little additions like take a thick cutting knife in order to harvest the plant, include our manual, like literal step-by-step manual in order to sow the crop correctly. And what's cool thing about this, it's a double crop in a year. There is a possibility of a double crop a year. So this market is going to be expanded through the things that we're introducing in the US. And I think this is an important part of our whole holding company, because we're going to be creating these holding companies for each of these verticals that you guys are going to be part of it. So again, I can talk about this, and I try to be as concise as possible, so I don't want to like miss out on the details. But I can go on about this forever, and we have presentations, we have information about that, and all of the information in there. You can double confirm it, what is available in the market, what is available in the publicly available researches, and what is actually being passed in terms of bills in the US and how that correlates. I mean, even the subsidies are part of this process. Now, in addition to that, we're doing the same with the MegTech. So we do understand, and like we talked about Nearis, that's like one of the things, one of the verticals that we presenting to the market. Imagine like care homes with our product that is direct consumer, direct consumer of the product that we are creating. We already are talking to the representatives and owners of these care homes, and I know like we do strategic partnerships as part of our daily operations. It's not something that we can like deliver in terms of information on a daily basis and all these kind of Zooms, but what the feedback we're getting is like, let's get it on. Let's get these equipments into our care homes. Let's get these equipments into the hospitals. This is something that really is going to help us. And I've seen this in the chat. I was following the chat when you guys were listening to all of us and listening about the Nearis project. And I saw like people saying, I'm a nurse. This will be good for my father. This will be good for one of my relatives. That's exactly the point. I mean, it's important for us, the community that we're working with and the people that we're working with, there is a correlation. It's not like something that we just say, okay, we need investment or we need like participation and we're going to do this project. You guys here to actually extend this project. You are here to help us grow it further. And it's like, it warms our heart that we see these messages in chat. We do appreciate that. That's like a really important thing. That means we're on the right track, and that means we can address our community and get it done, US and beyond. But again, the focus is the US market. We do understand it's the biggest market for this kind of projects that we are building, that we are launching. Now, the final part, and again, not dwelling too much into the details, is the mobile publishing business. This is essentially a data accumulator. Any big publisher, so for example, one of the big publishers you can benchmark this off is Apps You Love. These guys have been in the market for about 17 years. More than 500 million downloads. I mean, the statistic websites do not show beyond that. It's like, I think it's closer to 1 billion all over these years. And there's over about 300 million in revenue on all the apps they've been releasing. How did they do that? And well, this is what we're doing with the publishing business, mobile publishing business. The core idea behind that, because we've been able to move and progress the software development so quickly over the years, is with the advent of AI. AI reduces the need for junior level software developers. And we all understand. I mean, anybody in the chat can already relate to me and say that AI made our life a lot better and a lot easier. Like recipe-wise, I don't know, some medical records, decryption-wise, understanding what to do, where to go, how to basically make any daily routine or any important things kind of easier for us. And it's the same thing with software development. Now, with that said, one of the things is that, okay, you can have like a cool software development team. You can do all the stuff and replace the junior people and just keep the middle and senior levels software developers in order, to have more expertise on the development side of things. But you have to understand what you're doing with that. And what we're doing with that, and that's the cool thing, is that we do understand that it's a data set accumulation. It's a data magnet, what we're doing with the publishing side, mobile publishing. Now, how does that work? it allows us to create a factory of releasing apps, not like on a monthly basis, but almost, and trust me when I say this, this is not an exaggeration, almost on a weekly basis. I mean, there are some people in our office that are just for fun creating imagine like a farm simulator that you would have on Facebook in a matter of like 3 or 4 days. The only thing there is always like when you go to an ordinary person, it's a restriction on resources and time and understanding, but we have all that. What that allows us to do is to create mobile games, web browser games, utility applications, anything that you can think of that can be launched on your iPhone or on a web browser basis. And that, in a sense, well, not in a sense, that is direct correlation to the fact that we accumulate the data set. That means by releasing just numerous apps in the verticals that we do understand that are important, or we do understand there is a traction in it, or we do know how to market, because you guys know we're really good with marketing and user acquisition in different applications. I mean, Jiggle is one of the examples to go by it, and just to understand that, we already have a lot of people in it, and we're just going to grow and grow and grow. And with our partnerships coming up in different areas of the world, in different geographies, that allows us to grow the user acquisition even more. We accumulate what people are doing within the application, why they're downloading a certain application, at what time of the day, at what season of the year, how that relates to some public holidays, how that relates to its countries like cultural, celebrations, why men are downloading certain apps, why women are downloading certain apps. Now, usually for big publishers, it takes a while to accumulate that data set, because traditionally, you had to have everything coded by hand. I know it sounds a little weird for people that think about coding as being totally autonomous or digital, but still there is handwork involved. Now, with the advent of AI and the way we're using the AI and engaging it within our team, it allows us to create that factory, that line factory. Imagine like we are the new Ford Motor Company, but within apps. We're just doing all these applications and games, accumulating that data set. And that means at some point we have enough of that the next launch will not have a 50-50 chance. Will not have like a seasonal kind of like a devaluation on risk, but we will know that we need to launch this type of app with these type of colors, with these type of mechanics, for these type of people in that certain geography. That makes each launch less risky and more profitable and efficient. So, too excited to talk about all this stuff, and I hope you understand where we're coming from, but the agro stream and the technology we've been employing to that, plus with the fundamentals of helping the farmers and what we do understand will allow them to yield more and just preserve the land over the years and continue to grow, is one thing. But medtech and mobile game publisher is also all three together is on a completely new level. So, like I said, just think about the agricultural stream of what we created having an addressable market of 4.5 trillion. I'm not saying billion. This is something, just trillion. Construction materials, pharma, things to do with pseudoplastics. The applications are endless, and we have this technology. Since we also, and we didn't talk about this too much, and we're happy to introduce these people to you. We build a team of scientists around a block, which is like 25 strong, ranging from 20 years old to 65. And this is beyond application building. This is beyond technology. This is something that we're giving back to the people that have supported us. And this is something that we're giving back in terms of technology actually making our lives better and not over-cumbering or over-confusing what we do with our lives. Thank you, guys. I hope I made some sense, and I'll pass the word to whoever's speaking next.
Just real quick, I want to chime into the ag tech part of it. We had some really, really major meetings here in Minsk just this past week on this particular project. And this, very much like Nearest that I commented on before, is a complete game changer for all farmers across the U.S. and hopefully internationally as well. The things that this tech is able to do is going to change the industry literally forever. And Yevgeny just commented on most of it, and we have full presentations on all this stuff that'll be released at a later time. Right now, we're going through a couple, minor investment rounds to get some capital introduced into this. But for now, just keep this on the back burner for you guys in your portfolio of items that Adam has been offering here. This is another really, really great one in a different field completely than the medical field that we talked about before. This is going to change everything.
Super. And so from here, I'll take over and I'll explain some of the transitional opportunities from regular utility tokens into ATQM, how ATQM will pave the path to participate in bigger equity stake. So ATQM itself right now is the utility token of the Atom Quantum blockchain. So we have to be compliant. We have to also provide a like-for-like token so that anybody that's looking to swap any other type of utility tokens from the Atom family, you have a direct path, and you can only, without triggering too much of a legal hurdle, you can only convert like for like in a step. So that's how ATQM has to be kept as a utility token. So that should explain why right now we're not talking about securities. We're not supposed to talk about securities for the time being because SAC hasn't even ratified this yet. We're waiting for the end of September, so the regulation is coming in. B, we have to have a license in place, which we have applied for and we're working on. But imagine this is the top of the range, the top license that both exempts us from needing to be registered with SAC, but we will be licensed by the SAC. I know it might not feel like some people might not understand it, but I've had a lot of questions as to how can we find you on the SAC register, whatever. That register, it actually says clearly above the search bar, is only for publicly listed companies. So we're not trading on New York Stock Exchange or any other stock exchange or securities exchange for that matter. So we are applying every time we're applying for an exemption. So when we started with other tokens, we applied for what's called Reg D exemption. So we're exempt from needing to register securities. And same thing will happen to ATQM. ATQM is applying for the license to be exempt to be registered as securities. Then once the full Reg A Plus license is in place, the company will be allowed to sell securities, market securities to the wider public. So that period is between 4 and 6 months. We'll see how the other side responds, because we have to submit all the paperwork and make sure that they give us full or make us fully compliant with the regulation as soon as possible. We're working on it day and night, obviously, to accelerate the process. Once that's done, we will provide a way to switch from ATQM, which is utility, into ATQMQ, which is security. That security, just like a glass, will be filled in with different assets, which is ownership of different companies, which provides its value, essentially. Plus, the technology itself, the blockchain, is worth a lot, especially the blockchain that is post-quantum secured. It comes with its own wallet. There were questions about wallets. It will come with its own wallet, with its own DEX exchange, decentralized exchange, so there's no pressure on how the company conducts its business on the Atom Quantum network. We obviously need to make everything compliant, so you have to bear with us on certain dates are not supposed to be even announced. We know them, we understand them because we're working with the authorities. We follow the process, and the process is just how it is. So, but do not be concerned that anything is not visible. The fact that it's not on a SEC website doesn't mean we haven't applied, haven't received certain registrations. We have a very big legal team, not just one, 6 legal teams are working for us. We've employed top legal firms, law firms in US. We've employed the very guy who actually is a co-author of Reg A to help us with the compliance. So you can imagine we spare no change on being fully compliant. We want to be. And as far as everything else, we understand that everybody has different circumstances. You have so many different questions that are coming in. Some questions we will be able to group and answer it, help you out, guys, with what you need to be solving for yourselves. Some questions are so unique. We won't have the answers, but we can help you to send you in the right direction, shall we say. So support is always there. Do talk to us. We have the Boostify has the chat that goes straight to tech guys. They understand a lot about tokens. They will answer your questions. Do send some. If anything that is not their remit, they will forward it to whoever is responsible in our company. So eventually we'll get to the answer. So that's what I wanted to tell you about the ATQM itself. And so from there, I passed the microphone to Phil. Phil had something to say about the Minsk experience and so on.
I think I will be first because I have 5 minutes what to say. So thank you guys for all your introduction, and before I get into what I need to tell you, let me say this. Everything you just heard from Eugen, from Dimitri, from Gregory, about Agra, MedTech, mobile publishing, these are not separate projects. This is one massive ecosystem where every part supports every other parts. This covers the market as broadly as humanly possible. And yes, this is all happening right now on all fronts. Stay close. There will be a huge number of announcements, updates, and very big result coming your way. Watch us. Now, I want to talk to you about something important, and I'm going to start with context because I want you to understand where we are right now. We are living in a unique time. The market is going through the serious transformation. Bitcoin ETF lost $4 billion in outflows in 12 days. Liquidity is drawing. And this is not just about crypto. This is about all market. Let me give you example so you understand the scale. Just example, Tesla. Imagine that tomorrow every single Tesla shareholders decide to sell their shares at the same time. What happens? The stocks crashed. Not because Tesla is a bad company, not because the technology doesn't work, simply because there are more sellers than buyers. Amazon, same things. If every Amazon shareholders rush to sell, the price drops 30-40% in a single day, not because the business is bad, but because the market physically cannot absorb that volume in one moment. Boeing. In 2020, Boeing suspended its dividend payments and froze its shares buyback program. They told shareholders, we are not going to distribute money right now because we need to save the company and secure its future. The market accepted it. Shareholders accepted it because everyone understood responsible leadership sometimes protected the future by refusing to make the wrong financial decision at the wrong time. Now, here is the key difference. Tesla, Amazon, Boeing, they have been on the market for decades. They have millions of buyers. They have deep liquidity pools built over years and years. We just entered the United States market. We are just beginning to establish ourselves. We need time to grow. We need time to build the buyers base that is large enough so that every seller has the opportunity to sell their assets at the fair price. And here is the good news. Thanks to everything we are building, the entire ecosystem, the marketing, the sales infrastructure, the animated films we are releasing, the medical project, the agro project, we will cover the market so broadly that we will accumulate more liquidity than any project have ever accumulated before. Our ambitions allow us to do this together with you, together with our partners, and our partners are incredibly strong. They bring audience of millions. They bring credibility. They bring reach that most projects can only dreams. But it takes times, and we refuse to sacrifice your value by rushing into this market before that liquidity is built. So here is what we are doing. We announced a void that will be available on Boostify. Each of you will be able to choose your own paths. We want to understand who is ready to move forward and give everyone the option that works best for them. Here is 4 options. Option number 1, swap into ATKM. Any token, sorry, this is not a downgrade. This is an update. This is upgrade. And instead of owning one price of one project, you get access to the entire ecosystem. All the funds, Agra, MedTech, everything you just heard about today, you came is through the one door. We are opening the entire building for you. This is like our gift for your patience and trust. ATKM is broader, more powerful, more effective than any single token could ever be. And here is what important. If you choose the swap, a P2P platform for selling ATKM token will be available as early as September. That's just a few weeks away, and you will be able to sell the portion of your tokens that you need in order to have the flexibility to move forward. You get both liquidity and participation in the ecosystem growth. Option number 2, stake Atla. Keep your tokens, early yield, wait for the right market condition. Option 3, portion swap and portion staking. Want both? Move parts into ATKM and keep parts in staking. The flexibility is yours. Option 4, buyback via OTC platform. For those who are not ready to move forward, we are giving you the ability to sell your token through the OTC platform. It will be honest with you. The price will be below exchange's rate. It is the price that the market is farming today. But it's real money that you will receive. It is the opportunity to get funds back for those who need it. Important. Those who have already staked their token and changes their mind, we will give you the ability to unstake it and do a swap or use the buyback. No one is locked in. No one is blocked. Tomorrow, in your personal account on Boostify and in Limitless platform, you will see all four options. You will see the exact exact rates before you confirm anything. No surprises, no pressure, no choice. So, let me clear about that happened on August 17. There will be no token unlocked on August 17. What there will be is a void. Starting tomorrow, you choose your path, and this community will naturally divide into four directions: those who move forward with the swap, those who stake and earn, those who do both, and those who want out. And for everyone who want out, on August 17, you will be given access to the OTC platform to place your sell orders, and the project will buy back those tokens from you. No one is ignored. August 17 is not cancelled, it's transformed. Instead of chaotic unlocks that destroys value, it becomes the day when everyone gets what they need on their own terms. That is responsibility leadership. That is how we protect the community. And that is how we move forward together. Yes. So, Phil, I think you need to explain your vision about it.
So, before everybody gets up in arms and too excited or too aggravated, just stick in here and listen to me just for the next 5 minutes, and then I don't think we have too much more after this. So we'll be able to end it shortly after. So I know this meeting's run quite a long way, but just listen to me and try to take in what I'm saying. What you just heard probably isn't what you wanted to hear about the Outlaw unlock. Everybody wanted to hear, yes, it's going to be unlocked on the 17th. Everyone wanted to be able to rush to an exchange, sell your tokens, cash out of them, get your money back, all that stuff. But what you just heard is actually the best possible thing that you could have heard. And I'm going to go ahead and explain why. You may not believe that right now, but by the time I'm done talking, I think you will. It's probably tough to hear that the date that you thought you were shooting for is not really going to happen. But if that date did happen, if we let the 17th come and you started selling these tokens on exchanges, you're not going to be selling them for the price that you think you are. In fact, there's probably a handful of people that are going to get anywhere close to that price. There is not a market right now for buyers for that ATLA token. I want there to be. I also hold a lot of ATLA tokens, just like a lot of you do. I probably hold more than most of you do. My money is in this too. This is something that I'm very, very deeply financially invested in, just like you guys, including the Limitless guys that have been here for a couple guys, not just my community that have been here recently. If that token were to unlock on the 17th and you rush to the exchanges to sell them, you will almost instantly see the price of that token drop to pennies. 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, maybe. Probably under what you paid for them. And let me tell you why. The market is just not there yet. We're not saying it's not going to be. It's just not there yet. We're building it. Everything that we're doing, all of the projects that you just saw, the money that's coming in for them, we are actively building this entire ecosystem to support value for all of the projects that we have, including blockchain sports and including the ATLA token. If we were to simply honor a date that was originally released when there was when we didn't have all the information that we have now, we would be hurting you. We wouldn't be helping you by honoring the date. I know it seems like, well, stick to your word. This is the date that we were promised, whatever. There's been data that's come in that has showed us that we cannot proceed with that date. It has nothing to do with anything other than we are trying to protect the value that you put into this. Now, Dimitri just gave you 4 really good options. One of the best options that I heard him say is to swap. Take your ATLA token and swap it for an extremely, extremely generous price for the ATQM token. Why? 2 reasons. Number 1, the ATQM token is quantum protected. We've been talking about this all night with the Qlosophy app and the how close we're getting to Q Day. Trump is preparing for it. Other governments are preparing for it. They're having secret meetings about it all over the place. The dates keep moving up. All of this stuff is very, very relevant and very, very real. Our ATQM token is quantum protected. You don't have the threat that you have to all of these other currencies, including other cryptocurrencies. That threat doesn't exist with our ATQM token. That's number 1. That's one of the best reasons for the swap, if not the best reason for the swap. Number 2, the ATQM token, as Dimitri explained before Dima just did, as Dimitri explained, is going to be a tokenized equity share in the company that owns all of the projects that you were just told about tonight. So Greg did a very good job of explaining all of the projects. There's some of them that you probably haven't heard of yet. Nearest might be one. Neurodesign might be another one. AgTech might be another one. These are huge projects that didn't even exist, not in the form that they do today, a year ago. These are being developed rapidly. The ATQM token gets you a piece of all of it. It is a tokenized equity position. And what makes the ATQM token even better is that we're going to have a peer-to-peer direct exchange to sell these things. You're not going to have to worry about them being listed on any other exchange because we're going to have our own P2P. So you could sell them when you want to. You could cash out of them when you want to. Wait for the price to go up a little bit, just like regular day trading on the stock market would be. You're going to be able to do that with this particular token without having to worry about an unlock date. When the price is there and the buyer is there, you could go and you could sell it. So don't be too disappointed in what you heard. I made an example to my community about this a few weeks ago. When I was younger, and for those of you that heard it, I apologize, and it's only a 60-second story, so give me a little latitude here. When I was younger, 10, 11 years old, I'd be in my bedroom playing, back then it was Nintendo 64 or Sega Genesis, or that was my generation, not this Xbox, PlayStation, whatever the heck it is now. And I'd be playing for hours. All right, I get home from school, I'd be on the thing, and 2-3 hours would go by. My father would come in the room and be like, all right, that's it. Come on, we got to do homework, or we got to go to baseball, or we got to get outside, go play wiffle ball in the yard, whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of that. I want to do this. This is what I'm doing. I'm on the next level. I'm about to beat the boss. I'm doing really good here. I can't quit now. You can't save your progress. You kick me off anyway. I'm like, but what do you do? He's your dad. He's going to take it off of you if you don't comply, right? So it would happen once, and it would happen again, and it would become a thing. And it's not just with Nintendo or with anything else. It was with anything that he thought he was protecting me from for a greater good, right? Now I'm a father. Now I have an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old at home. And I do the same thing. Back then, I was like, Dad, why can't I, what? But now I get it. This is the exact same type of thing we're trying to do for you guys. If we just unlock this token and you rush to the exchanges and you sell it, you will lose. You will not gain any, you will not capture any of the wealth that you think that you got. Yes, that token went really high. I'm talking about the ATLA token. It came back down a little bit. And when people rush to the exchange to sell and there's no buyers for the token, the price will plummet. We cannot let that happen to you. We will not let that happen to you. We have to be the father that's coming in the bedroom that says, hey, get off the Nintendo. We don't like it. It's not something we anticipated. It's not the position we thought we were going to be in when we announced these dates. but it is the position that we're in. And we can't change it no matter how hard we try. The only thing that we could do is protect you from losing anything that you've lost before. The other options that Dima just gave you are also great options. My option, my preferred option, maybe it's just me, is the swap for ATQM. Dump the tokens that you have now, get into an equity share position with this token that's quantum protected and that also has a direct exchange. Now, let me tell you where I am right now in case you don't know. I'm in Minsk right now. We're all in different places. I'm in my hotel. Dima's in the office. Greg is at his place. So we're all in different places, but we're all in Minsk. I'm sitting here as we speak. I'm making strategic decisions with this team. I'm here closing and attending crazy fundraising deals. These deals in these projects, in these investments, are going to accelerate our plans for several months to come, if not years to come. They will change and shape the outcome of exactly what we need to happen in order to accelerate these projects and the entire ecosystem. I'm not sitting on a beach somewhere with a margarita in my hand telling you, hey, trust me, guys, don't worry about it. It's all good. I'm here. I'm in this. I'm in this with my own money. I'm in this with my own time, my own personal time. I could be back in the United States right now with my kids, enjoying their summer vacation. But I'm here attending meetings, making decisions for you guys. I'm here because I believe in this more than I believed in anything ever before. And I know some of you guys are upset, like I said before, and that's okay. You're allowed to feel that. You shouldn't be told that you shouldn't feel that way. You should feel that way. That's okay. But you need to understand that everything that we're doing here is extremely real. There's teams here that I see on a regular basis, hundreds of people working 24/7 to ensure our common success, not their success, our success, everyone's success, because we're all in this together. I walk through these offices. I've seen enormous servers running. I've sat there and I've watched code being written. I've sat in rooms with engineers, people who don't sleep because they believe in what we're building. This is not a concept on paper. This isn't an idea written in crayon on a napkin. This is a living, breathing machine with real people, dedicated people, intelligent people, and ambitious people. And that last part might be the most important part. We have so much ambition collectively in this room right now, just with the panelists, let alone the people who are on the call, the thousands of people that are on the call right now. We have so much ambition. And when you have ambition, when you have intelligence, and when you have determination, everybody better watch out. There's companies that are huge conglomerates right now in this, not only in this space, but in the world, that have never had the type of people we have in this company, the opportunity that we have in this company, the technology that we have in this company, and the starting position that we have in this company. And these companies are huge conglomerates. We're in a better position than they were ever in at this stage. Here's what I want to say to every one of you guys. Don't take my word for this. Come to Minsk. Come see all of this yourself. Meet with these same people. Sit on a table across from Dima, Dmitry, Greg, Roman, Yevgeny, all of them. They'll all meet with you. They'll shake your hands and they'll walk you through everything. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Dima's word for it. Come and see it. The best time to possibly come to Minsk in your life is October 16th through the 18th, the Atom AI Global Expo, the one that we did a little video on the other day. It's on my channel for those of you guys that haven't seen it yet. That's when everything is going to come together. That's when a lot more of what we talked about tonight will be revealed, things that we can't even talk about right now because of NDAs. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The place where the Ark is being built is in Minsk. And everyone's ignoring it worldwide. And that's fine for us. Let them. October, the whole world is going to see it for the very first time. Make your decision on what you want to do with these tokens. Choose your path, swap, stake, buy back, whatever works best for you. It's totally up to you. It's your decision. But know this. I know what I'm doing with my money. And I'm confident in what I'm doing with my money. And I'm not going anywhere. There's been people in the past that have come and gone and trust has been lost, and that's not us. We're here for the long haul. We're here to protect you guys, and we're here to further this project along than even what you see right now. What you see right now and what we showed tonight is excellent, but it's going to get even better than that. We are literally just getting started in this whole thing. So sit down, buckle up, and let us do our thing. Don't be disappointed in what you heard tonight. I'm telling you right now, you may not notice it right now. You may not realize it until later. But what happened tonight is the best possible thing that could have happened on a grand scale when you look at the full picture of things. So trust us. We know what we're doing. We're going to further this, and we're going to get a year from now, things are going to change. Things are going to change big time. And you're going to be looking back on this laughing. And you're going to be in a much bit better position that you're in today. So thank you guys. I know I ramble a lot and I didn't mean to. I said 5 minutes, but I think it was more like 10 minutes. So thank you guys.
So, guys, feel sad is perfectly. October, Minsk. Come and see everything with your own eyes. But I want to add it one thing. This community, you, made all of this possible. Every single project you heard about today exists because you believe in it before anything else did. You funded, you supported, and you stay when it was hard. And now we are entering the biggest chapter of this story. The funds are growing. The ecosystem is expanding. The world is standing to notice. So make your choice, pick your path, swap, stake, hold, or exit, whatever is right for you. But know this, the best is ahead of us, not behind us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing, and I will see you in Minsk. Good luck.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys. See you.